disgusted by his wife's small chest, used cream to mold her a pair of fake breasts. Feeling humiliated, the wife became furious and immediately grabbed the fat from her husband's belly, stuffing it into his thin shoulders. It turns out the two were newlyweds, toasting together amid the blessings of friends and family. But unexpectedly, red wine spilled onto the bride's wedding dress. The wife glared at her husband, but seeing it was truly an accident, she softened the mood with a kiss. The couple then walked hand in hand into their bridal chamber, only to find it completely empty. The husband bent down and worked on the floor, and soon molded a neat, large bed. Then the wife also shaped a bouquet of roses to place on the bedside as decoration. With their combined efforts, the home was filled with all kinds of furniture. As soon as the husband finished molding a sofa, the wife immediately created a television set. Just then, the husband personally built a baby crib. But the wife wasn't pleased. She feared that childbirth would make her body fat. Sensing his wife's resistance, the husband walked away in disappointment. To mend the rift, the wife pulled out a puppy from the crib. The husband accepted it with a smile on the surface, but the seed of disappointment had already been quietly planted. One day, the wife was watching TV when the husband wanted to watch a football game. After some begging, the wife, though very displeased inside, still gave him the remote. She then molded a romantic beach scene on the table. She had always longed for a honeymoon trip, but the husband impatiently drew a gold coin, hinting that they had no money. He then crumpled up the beach and transformed it into an outdoor camping scene. The wife worried about encountering wild animals outdoors, so this conversation ended without resolution. The wife lowered her head to wipe the red wine stain from her wedding dress, only to discover the mark had never faded. Suddenly, the husband embraced her from behind. The two seemed to have made up, but the problems were never resolved. One day, the husband was absorbed in a game when the dog at home wouldn't stop barking. The wife couldn't focus on cooking and ordered her husband to take the dog for a walk, but he remained indifferent. Finally, at the most critical moment of the game, the wife flipped over the table. The husband then stomped and crushed the dog they had raised for years, even molding the remains into a small TV to continue watching the game. The heartbroken wife was about to leave when the husband picked up a piece of cream and gently pressed it against his wife's chest, attempting to cover that stain. Just when the wife thought her husband had changed, he made her a fake chest instead. Deeply humiliated, the wife grabbed the fat from her husband's belly and stuffed it onto his shoulders. A crazy mutual transformation began. They wished they could mold each other into their ideal forms. Until finally, in reality, a couple opened a cake box and discovered the wedding cake inside was completely ruined. But the newlyweds didn't care and still laughed as they clinked glasses. Unexpectedly, the red wine splashed out again, spilling onto the bride's wedding dress. So everyone, take a guess. Will their ending be the same as the couple on the cake?